great win last night. Was it good to see them deliver a victory in that dominant fashion?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we know Monica Wicket quite well. And obviously, as a batting group, we'd been a little bit timid and we'd spoken about that. So I was really pleased more than anything with just the body language and the presence right from ball one. I think it helps when Alyssa hits a shot like that to start us off. But those guys have been doing that for a while, and it was good to see them back to their best. And even Ash Gardner coming in at the end there, I think her impact at the end was fantastic as well. So from a batting point of view, it was very good.
Where do you think that timidness stemmed from?
I just think that over time, we've had players in and out of form, and it just, everyone goes through confidence phases, and that's what playing at top levels like. You can't be on all the time, so thankfully we've got a lot of other players that step up at different times, and that's what's happened. We've got over the line. Obviously, the first game against India wasn't great, but as we watched that game yesterday, they're a tricky team to play, especially when the spinners hook in.
How pleasing is it for you to see Alyssa find form at the right time after the struggles have been pretty well documented?
Yeah, they have, but they haven't been in World Cups. I mean, her World Cup record is astonishing, really. I think we were always confident she'd come out of that. She's too good a player. She's been too dominant over the last 18 months. So, whilst there was a lot of speculation around, I think, as she showed last night, it wasn't without a little bit of luck. That's the way she plays. So, some days it comes off and some days it doesn't. But her being true to herself is what's important, and that's what she does so well in power plays for us and sets the team up. The way she plays gives a lot of players confidence.
How's Ellyse pulled up today? She might have gone off the field for a brief period last night.
Yeah, she did, and I'm certainly no physio, but she's just a little thing there on her hip, so she's an incredibly resilient player. She's had a lot of niggles over the last couple of years and still manages to get through. So we're really confident, especially having the day off tomorrow. She'll have plenty of time to get ready and for a huge game against New Zealand.
Is she in any doubt at all?
Any time you get a niggle, I suppose there's doubt, but I've seen her push through what seems to be worse than that and be able to perform. So we'll just have to assess her over the next 24 to 48 hours and make sure she's right.
What's her pain threshold?
Incredible. Yeah, I think. You ask Kate Beerworth, our physio, she's up there with the best that she's worked with, and she's incredibly resilient. The Ashes, the day before the Ashes, we thought she was a 50-50. She come out and took wickets and scored runs. So we're not that concerned. I think she's proven over her whole career that she doesn't miss too many games. Yeah, we always hear, mate, we wanted to do well yesterday, but once we knew the result with New Zealand and India, we saw that if we could get over the line yesterday, that having that extra day off, we've been travelling a lot, some tired bodies, tired minds. Tomorrow is an absolute godsend for this team, and we'll use it really wisely. There'll be no cricket whatsoever, there'll be no cricket chat. It'll be a complete switch-off day, and then we get back the next day and prepare and plan and get ready.
How's the morale in the group knowing you're going into a do-or-die sort of match?
Well, it's been do or die ever since the first game, really, so it's no different. It's business as usual. World Cups, especially T20 World Cups, every game counts, and so nothing's really changed. It's pretty much like a quarter-final match. If you're going to win the World Cup, you've got to beat the best teams, and New Zealand's one of those best teams. So we'll be fired up, ready to go. We'll obviously watch their next game and see how they go, and we'll do a lot of research on them. We know their players really well, but just tweak a few little things and make sure we're ready at the junction in a couple of days' time.
New Zealand already starting to talk yesterday after their win, saying all the pressure's on you guys considering it's the home World Cup. What's your make of that?
I always find that fascinating when teams want to throw that out there. We've got just as much to lose as they have. There's a World Cup up for grabs. Anyone who says that it means less to them, I'm not sure where the motivation for that is. We're desperate to keep doing well and give ourselves an opportunity to get through the stages and get to a semi-final. And I'm pretty sure New Zealand will be thinking exactly the same thing, no matter what they want to throw out there. I'm pretty sure it means just as much to them as it would to us.
You haven't seen Sophie Mullen playing in cricket. If she was fit for Monday, would you consider bringing her in even though she hasn't been playing?
She's got a few things to tick off first. Obviously this next 24 hours is a big 24 hours for her. She's been in some discomfort and pain, so we just need to make sure she's fit to play first before we even consider it selection-wise.
Do you feel like getting to the brink of elimination of day 4 in Perth, do you feel like getting through that sort of liberated you take it a bit in terms of playing a bit more freedom?
Yeah, I think the first game we always knew was going to be a tough game, and then we got ourselves into a hole, obviously, over there in Perth, and the resilience, as we talked about in the group, the players like Rachel Haynes and Meg Lanning stepping up was a really good thing for our group. that's what you want under pressure, is your leaders to show the way forward. I think they did that extremely well. It's good to see different players performing. Beth Mooney obviously yesterday was brilliant, and Alyssa another 50 as well. So I think different players are performing at different times, and from here on in, it's about starting to play our best cricket and putting a complete match together. I think we got pretty close there last night, but obviously New Zealand's going to be a different test again. So we just got to keep getting better. Like, you don't, as we said when we lost the first game, you don't win the World Cup in the first game, and it's important we keep getting better and we're peaking at the right times. And from here on in, we've just got to start peaking. It goes bang, bang, bang. So we want to be making sure we're playing our best cricket now.
Will there need to be a decision made for Ellyse and her fitness heading into the New Zealand match, or can you say she's good to go?
As I said, that's up to the physios and the medical staff to work through that. I won't know much until we train in 2 days' time. So from my point of view, it's business as usual, and we'll just wait on the medical opinion.
Got a plan B in case she doesn't?
We got plan B, C, D and E. I think that's the beauty of this squad. We've got a number of options that sit on the sideline that we can bring in. I think we've showed that throughout the whole tournament. We're prepared to play everyone. We don't feel like we lose a lot when we lose different players, and it's just probably a different way to go about our business, and our plans obviously would have to change. We'd look at our squad and try and match up as best we can in New Zealand, but we've done that throughout the whole tournament. From the day we lost Taylor Blamink, we had to change our strategy slightly as well. So that's the beauty of this team, is their ability to adapt and try and overcome any opposition that's thrown at us.
There's already been more than 50,000 tickets sold for the final. That's a tremendous result, more than a week out.
It is, and credit to the whole events team for the way they promoted this tournament. I think it's been incredible from probably a year out. I think it's captured the imagination of the Australian public. It's been a great tournament. We've seen some upsets, we've seen some really close results. It just goes to show what a fantastic game that the players are playing at the moment.
Are they aware of how much is riding on them making the final for the 90,000 in the crowd?
Yeah, well, obviously there's an awareness. It's but I think even so, the feedback that I've got is everyone coming into this tournament expected us to dominate. We never thought that. We knew it was going to be a really tight tournament. T20 is such a cutting-edge game, and I think that most of the people are really proud of the resilience we've shown, particularly in Perth when we were down and out, and a lot of teams might have folded under that sort of pressure. And I think we showed the way with our leadership in that particular game, and last night was a good confidence builder from everyone, batting and bowling. So we're just going to try and build on that. We're taking each game in isolation. The only thing we care about is this Kiwi game.